When you're moving to the Netherlands, there are a lot of practical things you have to arrange in order to have everything fixed for your time in Holland. In this part, we are going to tell you some things which need to be fixed when you arrive in Holland, so you can have a smooth transition into the Dutch culture. See it as a checklist. If you're moving to the Netherlands, you are most likely to also move your belongings. You have to declare your belongings at customs, but you can apply for an exemption from import duties if you're moving to the Netherlands to live and work. You can move your belongings yourself via air or sea freight, but you can also use a relocation company. You as a Colombian will need to apply for a long-term entry visa, also called an MVV. You require this to enter the Netherlands. You also need a residence permit to stay in the country for longer than 3 months. You will need the MVV in advance, and you can collect the residence permit from the local immigration service called ERD within 2 weeks of arrival. Both health insurance and social security payments are mandatory for all Dutch residents. Most long-term Dutch residents will be eligible for public health insurance. Private health insurance is also available for those who can't access public health insurance or want to be covered for extra treatments. You as a Colombian are required to obtain public health insurance within 4 months of receiving your residence permit. Do not get scared of the high costs for health insurance compared to Colombia. These are needed to sustain one of Europe's best healthcare systems. Opening a bank account when you move to the Netherlands is fairly straightforward. Most banks will have English-speaking staff, and there are also financial providers who cater specifically for expat clients. In order to open a bank account, you need to have a valid ID, residence permit, citizen service number and a proof of address. The Dutch tax system might be quite complicated for foreigners. Your rates of tax vary considerably depending on your personal circumstances. Anyone who lives or works in the Netherlands is classified as a resident taxpayer and will pay tax on their worldwide assets. The tax returns are done every April. There are a number of credits, allowances and incentives in the Netherlands, including a 30% incentive for overseas employees bringing specific skills who can claim a tax-free lump sum to cover relocation costs up to 30%. This applies to Colombians as well. As buying property can take several months, renting is recommended if you just moved to the Netherlands. This would be advised if you do not stay any longer than 3 years. It is advisable for you as a Colombian to go to a rental agent to avoid any pitfalls. There are no restrictions on foreigners buying property in the Netherlands.
Created using Powtoon.